What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? Man, it's been a while. YouTube! I've gotten like so many messages about Derek, when are you gonna go live? Derek, when are you gonna go live? Derek, when are you gonna talk about the Michael Devin match? You know what? I'm here. I'm here for you. Now, normally I would go live. Desperation Pinocchio, tuning in. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. He lives. Bishop Arm Wrestling says hello. Luis, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining in. What's going on, guys? I missed the YouTube crew. I appreciate you guys jumping on. REO Speedwagon tuning in. Robbie Brewers, hi, man. Greetings from Belgium. What's up, bud? Thanks for coming by. Jerry, what's going on? Resonant says, hey, Derek, what's going on? Ron, Derek the Ghost Smith, I know. Dan Yurick, about damn time, like you're busy or something. Hook Roller in here says, yo, what's going on? Hook Roller, thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate you guys joining up. I know it's been a little while. I've been training my ass off. Cobra Votus is finally Derek commentating. Herkmeyer Holmolka, I am all that is man. Attaboy. Attaboy. Way to be all that's man. Let everybody join up for a second. Let's hear it, my boy. I'm doing some hammer curls. Hell yeah, that's what's up. You're doing those like those beer hammer curls, huh? Those 8-ounce hammer curls, 12 fluid ounces. Love how you pronounce my name. Sorry, wait. Oh, I glanced, man. Robbie, Dan Yurick. Okay, all right. I think it's 24-ounce curls. Hey. Okay, Ronnie, thanks for tuning in. We'll get to that as always. You guys know I'll try to do my best to keep up with the chat. I'm pretty good at it. I speak pretty quick. So the match happened. It happened. I definitely watched it. I bought it on pay-per-view, and B Sim says I need aggressive Derek to get ready to smash some Eastern Europeans. I am on my way, sir. Tell you that much. So we watched the match. Let's go into we'll work our way up, I guess, like everybody else has been doing. I mean, this is one more reason I haven't been so quick to do it, because I know everybody's doing these reviews on the match, but I really did get a lot of messages from people asking me to go live and talk about the match, and so I'll do it, but I'm not real big on trying to follow all the other fads that everybody else is doing, so I just know there's been 1,000 breakdowns of it and stuff, so. Cobra says, Derek, do you feel Todd lost since due to the rules he was not able to do the King's move his way, way where he is sitting, We'll get into that. Okay. Coach Ray and Mazahir. That match lasted forever. And I feel like they were working out a lot of bugs during that one as far as getting the scorecard right and all the restarts and people understanding the rule sets with the running foul and the and not having a running foul, kind of jumping around. I feel like that was the tester match. Sucks for Mazahir. Like, oh man, but that would suck to be up 3-0 on fire. And then just like once that brachialis and everything and the brachioradialis kind of gasses, dude. Not a lot of options after that. Kind of got stuck there, just kept grinding, and hopefully it would work out. Ron says 48 people and only 14 likes. That is a trip, you guys. Hey, for those of you guys that don't know how to do it, you guys must not know how to do the like thing. You close out the live chat and there's a thumbs up. You click that and then you bring back up the live chat, and then we're all good. Then I don't have to freak out. No, but so yeah, I felt really not bad for Mazahir. I raised my boy, but just in that moment, I was like, oh man, Mazahir, no, it got taken back. He couldn't hold it up. Benjamin Corn with the first super chat of the night, $4.99, says, let's see some super chats. Thanks, Benjamin. I really appreciate that, man. Thanks for getting it going. The Jason Nova Arm Wrestling says, hey, Ceci, me fans. What's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. So that match was kind of like Mazahir had it in the bag, man, and he couldn't bring it home, and Ray was able to reel it in, and kind of once your brachialis gasses and you're a top roller like that, you don't got a lot of options, because at no point are you going to put your shoulder forward. Pretty much the rest of the moves are shoulder forward. I mean, you could try a low hand top rolling or something like that, but generally the only other options are for that shoulder to come forward, and he didn't have it in the tank. Is Coach Ray that short? He was on his toes on the table. Yeah, he's a little guy. And they didn't have a riser, and they didn't have the chalk ready, so Coach Ray had to get the liquid chalk. It was just, I think, like that was the feeler out match for the PR promotions. It was like the first one, Lagia says, yes. Mike Halbert says, how pumped are you to see how big Devin got? Take that inspiration and get huge, bro. I'm already huge, but I'm going to get huger. Erden Helfer says, Oh man, I probably mispronounced that. Yeah, how easy Michael Todd smashed you, but Devin had to work hard to pin you. Why? Ooh, how easy Michael Todd smashed you, but Devin had to work hard to pin you. Why? There's a lot in there. That's a pretty loaded question. Let me jump to the super chat real quick from Herkermer Holmolka. Says, I see you've been working on your art skills on the wall behind you to your left. That's my daughter's. It says, I love you, Dad. So that one goes on the wall and it doesn't come down. I don't give a shit what you say. That one stays up. When I pulled Mike Todd, I don't know which one you're referring to. If you're referring to when I went to his house or when he was out here. When he was out here, he absolutely destroyed me. When I went out there, I was able to take Mike's hand. It's practice. It's practice. It's practice. And then I got to his king's move and I realized I wasn't going to pin him. So I surged for like a minute, or not even a minute. I surged for like 10 seconds. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's not going to happen. And I let it up. Devin and me had more of a match. And this is a while ago, right? When Devin was smaller and stuff like that. And we had a match, and it was just different angles, different muscles being used and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, it's just totally different. You can't read into that too much. People grow and change, and their styles make matchups and things like that. So I wouldn't read into that too much. Oh, man, are you guys already taking off on me? Okay, I'm going to get back on topic before I lose track. All right, after that was the Larry, after the Mazahir and Coach Ray match was the Larry and Schoolboy match. Obviously, I mean, I said a bunch of times. Did I think Larry could beat Schoolboy? Yes. Was I cheering for Larry? Yeah, he's my boy. Schoolboy was the hands-on favorite. Of course, he was the odds favorite in Vegas. If there was gambling, Schoolboy was going to be the favorite for sure. So the odds panned out, obviously. But I don't know if you guys saw what I saw. I mean, I got a pretty critical eye for arm wrestling. There was a time, though, where Larry stopped Schoolboy a few times. And Schoolboy couldn't just go through him. He had to reposition and surge a few times. Now, I know he lost the super match. I know it was 6-0 or whatever. But I'm saying that because he stopped him means he's somewhere in a conversation of strength with Schoolboy. It's not landslide victory, right? The score might be 6-0, but if you look at the actual matches, you can see that there's certain positions where Schoolboy had to evade Larry and move and reposition and things like that. He didn't just walk through him. I know the score was dominant, but it's not as far as a score would show. So I think that we'll say for argument's sake, that Schoolboy, say he didn't move at all, or say he didn't get any stronger he stopped working out right now. He just somehow maintained his current level. And if Larry keeps training, I would, dude, honestly, at the strength gaps I was seeing and at the rate Larry's improving, I would say within a year, Larry would have a really good chance of beating Schoolboy, if not be the favorite. Now, that's assuming Schoolboy wouldn't keep growing, and obviously he will. But I'm saying that it's not that far, guys. If you know what you're looking for, it's really not that far. Kudos to Larry for taking that match. I know it was a big step up for him as far as the levels and stuff, and he's batting high. He's looking for someone that's a really good arm wrestler to try to tackle. Hopefully now he focuses on getting a little more experience, trying to tackle some tournaments, and just kind of getting out there and just getting his feet wet. It's hard, though, when you have such a big following like he does, you guys, with all the social media stuff. Anything Larry does is going to be scrutinized. You know what I mean? He can't, for me, I'll go to a tournament, and I've done it a million times. I'll go to a tournament and be like, I'm going to try this move for this tournament. I'm going to work on my hook. I'm going to see how good I can hook in a tournament. Or this tournament, I'm going to see how good I can top roll. Or I'll experiment things. Especially on local tournaments, I'll just go try to grow. I'll get it for experience and stuff like that because they're not that important. But Larry can't do that. And that's the thing that sucks, is that he can't just go have fun and work on things, because no matter what, he'll get absolutely destroyed on YouTube comments if he just goes and tries some shit out and just tries to work on getting experience. So it's a weird position he's in. It kind of sucks in respect to that he can't go just have a ton of fun like a lot of us can, just arm wrestle, right? Let's see. Larry has an issue with motion. Larry has an issue with the motions. He's very blocky in his approach. He's either this way or that way. He has no transition. He needs to work on being able to roll out and reposition. There's a lot, right? He's a newer arm wrestler. He's been working on getting the basics down, and transitioning from there. So those things will come in time. I think that he has a good foundation, and we're going from there. I don't expect these badass transitions and inside and outside and flop, you know what I mean? That stuff comes in time. It's going to be a little messy for a while. But if you still, no matter what people say, the Larry that we have right now is miles ahead of the Larry that started and the Larry that I pulled when he was out here in California, right? Super chat from Canadian Chihuahua says, we haven't seen you in a while. Miss you, buddy. I miss you too, man. Miss you too. Thanks for joining up, guys. I appreciate all the support. The chats are taking off. Like I said, I'm going to finish my thoughts here on the Devin Michael thing before you guys get crazy. Because, I'll just go off reading all this stuff and I'll talk for 3 hours. So that was my thoughts on the Schoolboy and Larry match. Okay, so then the Devin Michael match. Now, I was in a live chat room with people when we were watching this. We were in Discord, the arm wrestling Discord. There's 2 Discord servers, and we were in the arm wrestling Discord. Or was I in the Polar Public Discord? I forget which one I was in. But yeah, so there's we were in Discord and we were all in a big voice chat. We were talking about it as we were watching it. We weren't streaming the video. We all had bought it, and we were just using our voice chat. We were talking about our opinions of the match. Tube culture. So the okay, so right away, I know Mike. I just trained with Mike. He's my buddy. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of arm wrestling. I'm a fan of Devin. I'm a fan of Mike. I'm a fan of all arm wrestlers and stuff. And I've been watching Mike for a long time. And like I said, I have a really critical eye for arm wrestling. To me, the moment Mike walked out of behind that smoke, I knew something was off. Right away. The first thing, right when he came out, and I've been watching Mike forever. Mike's usually beat red in the face, dead serious. He's screaming. He's going down there. He does the fuck yeah. He's like, he's that guy, you know what I mean? And he walked out, and immediately I was commenting. I was like, man, that's not the guy. Right now, this is just my opinion. I haven't talked to anybody about this. This is just my opinion on the match. But when he walked out there, I was like, that's not Mike. Like, what is that? That's not Mike that competes against Devin that just beat him last time. That's a different Mike. Why is he smiling? He was walking down the ramp smiling and stuff. What's going on? I was tripping out on that, right? Just body language wise, right off the bat, I was like, that something's weird about that. And then he goes to the table, and he's gripping up, and Devin slaps his hand, right? He goes out, shakes Devin's hand, and he slaps it away. Previous Michael would have been like, "What the fuck, you slapped my hand, bitch?" And he would have freaked out on him, right? This Michael smiles and goes, "Huh." And so there's the body language was way off for me, right? And I'm like, that's not Mike. Now, Devin obviously comes out. Devin's the 293, biggest Devin we ever seen. Devin is in it, right? He is in it to win it. The mindset, he's trying to kill and everything like that. So this has no reflection on Devin, my opinion of this. The question I have after this super match is, I don't feel like we know how strong Devin is. I know he's the biggest version of himself. I know he looked amazing, but I don't think that was the normal Michael. And because that wasn't the normal Michael, I don't know what Devin that was, right? And like I said, Devin did great. He won. He killed it. But I'm just saying that, all kudos to Devin. He won his match. He won the series for sure. I'm just saying in regards to me as an up-and-coming arm wrestler and trying to figure out who's where and what, I don't feel like I got a lot of information out of that in regards to where Devin's at. I know everybody's saying Devin versus Levon, because if you just look at the speed of the matches and how explosive he was, hell yeah, Devin versus Levon. But I'm just wondering which Mike was that, right? So that's what kind of sucks. I wish there was more information. I wish that same Mike showed up, and then we'd have a really good idea of exactly how strong Devin was, right? I know he's the strongest, but I don't know. Now, I know Mike says that was the strongest version of himself, and when Mike says that, you guys, you have to remember, Mike is a personal trainer. Mike bases a lot of his opinions on his gym numbers, right? So when Mike says, I'm the strongest version of myself, he means generally in the gym, right? Because he tracks all his numbers, so he knows that his numbers are the highest they've ever been. So when he says, I'm the strongest, that means my gym numbers are the strongest. That's generally what Michael means when he says that. Now, it's not like just on a table, I'm rock solid, no one can move me. So I'm kind of wondering, I just feel, when it comes to that match, I feel like I left that, we left that super match, and I have more questions than I do answers. Most of the time, a super match gives you a ton of answers, right? There's these two guys been talking shit forever, and you really want to know what's what, and boom, there they go at it, and now you have some opinions, and you have answers. When regards to that match, that ended, and I have more questions than I had before the match. You know what I mean? And so that's a little weird to me. I loved watching Devin get at it. I love seeing him not King's move and use his shoulder, everything. Dude, great. I love seeing him arm wrestle like that for sure. And like I said, I'm not at all trying to take anything away from Devin. He 100% earned it. He is the man. I wish that was the same Mike. And to me, I don't feel like it was. Just my opinion, right? And so, I don't know. I'd love to see I want to see Devin go forward. I want to see Devin arm wrestle Livon. I want to see Devin arm wrestle Gennady. I want to see all that stuff as well. I've wanted to see that match. I've told you guys 1,000 times. My dream match is Devin Larratt and Gennady Fikvinia. So I'm really excited to see that eventually because they're both so versatile. And especially the Devin right now is so versatile with shoulder forward, shoulder backward, all this other stuff. I'd really love to see him and Gennady. I know everybody immediately wants Devin to go pull Livon. And I'd watch that as well. But man, I really want to see him pull Gennady. I think it'd be so badass. It'd be the most badass match like ever, guys. To me, just stylistically, and these guys are some of my favorite arm wrestlers. I would love to see it. So, so congratulations to Devin. Hopefully Mike's taking this all real positive and able to apply it and keep training harder and get back to the drawing board and stuff like that. And I'd love to see what comes out of this for both of them. I'm wondering if they're going to do it again if they go back to WAL. Are they going to run it back on WAL? I don't know. And honestly, like I'm not super hyped. I'm not like obsessed with them running it back either. I mean, that's not the Devin and Mike match isn't my favorite match of all time at all. But I wonder if they're going to run it back. You know, obviously we'll all watch it if they do. But yeah. So Devin moving forward, yeah, dude, a lot of options. And I think right now, especially if he keeps at this same trek, if he keeps getting bigger and stronger, like I'd love to see who he matches up with. Okay. Let's start getting to some of the chats, guys. I'm going to start kind of at the bottom right here, guys. So I'm sorry about that. It's kind of moving quick and their paragraphs are coming. So I'll answer the best I can. But that's my opinions on that match. Before I get into the chats, that match was also something else, guys. That match was also the first time we had the staking going on, or, you know, people were saying the gambling, the staking going on. It was on a major social media platform with Larry Wheels and them pushing it. And I've heard rumors that they might do another one, right? That they might have another match, or Larry might host another one, maybe. So if that happens, that's great. And it's really exciting for the sport and things moving forward and just getting a lot of eyes on the sport. And if with eyes comes sponsorships, with sponsorships comes money, with money comes more arm wrestlers, and the sport gets bigger. Like it's all a, you know, snowball effect. So really excited about what that match represented and what the opportunities it could afford for everybody else, right? So hopefully that opens up a lot of doors. Okay. Do I have any moderators in here? Daniel Yerk, you still in here? I think he's my only moderator right now. So, all right, here we are. I'm starting at the bottom. People are saying block this troll. Daniel, if someone's trolling in there, please block them. Who are they talking about? Christopher Marcus says, don't want to see no rematch. There you go. Ernst Helfer. Mike said he wanted to save energy. That's why he didn't scream at the beginning. Yeah, but there's a lot. There's a lot of things. It wasn't just that. It was a lot of things. There was a lot of things in Mike's whole body language. It wasn't just the screaming thing. It was like he hit the bicep and then like immediately gave up. He just everything. You know, Devin talking crap. Mike didn't scream back at him. There was a lot of things going on with the body language that was way off to me. I think Devin's been training hard with Vitali in mind, potentially. I think Devin sees Livon as #1 in the world, and I think Devin wants to become #1 in the world. So I think he's going towards Livon. I just don't know if he's going to try to go straight there or if he wants to make some pit stops on the way, some steps on the way. We'll see. Who else wanted to see Larry just sit in center and hold Schoolboy and unleash his infamous laugh? That would be amazing. One of the things I'm really excited to see, I want to see Larry become the Larry we see in powerlifting, you know, the hyped up Larry screaming, but on the arm wrestling table. And I was hoping we were going to see a glimmer of that during the super match, but we did not. He's still learning. He still has to get comfortable on the table. A super match from Bonus Tokens. Thank you for the $5 super chat, man. I really appreciate it. Who would you want to compete against if Larry invited you to his next event? I've been pretty vocal about on an international match. I want to pull Alex. I want to pull Big Alex and Alex Kurdecza. I always mispronounce. I can't get it. From Poland, the guy that was in top 8 last time. So that's my plan. This must be the guy they're saying to ban. XX Young Achiever XX says, at the end of the day, Derek, how does it feel to know you're gonna need steroids and you're probably at risk of dying? I'm so scared. Like I've said 1,000 times, guys, 1,000 bajillion million times, right? If that's something that has to happen, if I have to take steroids to be the top, everybody's on it, and I'll do what I have to do. But guys, I've been doing this for 11 years, roughly, and there's definitely a lot of wasted time in there where I wasn't training optimally. Things are going really well for me, and if it comes to the conclusion that I have to take a ton and I have to become super shredder Derek, like I've talked about, I will. I'm really big on legacy and leaving something behind and achieving some goals. And if that's what has to happen, that's what has to happen. And I've said it 1,000 times, right? So whatever. I mean, you're not, I don't know if you're trying to offend me. You're not offending me at all. So I don't know. Daniel, let's see. I'll get this guy out of here. I guess he's trying to be an asshole. There we go. And put this user in timeout. I put him in timeout, guys. Let's see. Our Ray Sade says, "Hey Derek, hope you're good. Will we see Travis compete soon for big money? Any thoughts? Are you seeing him?" I text Travis about a week ago, and I was just like, "Hey man, checking up with you. Hope everything's doing well." And he said he was killing it. Things are going fantastic for him. But Travis always says that shit. We didn't get into any deep conversation about polling. So hopefully, I mean, I'm a huge Travis fan too, and hopefully we get to see him, actually prep and go at it and arm wrestle some guys, and with all that Travis shit talking and whatnot. Hopefully, I'd love to see him do it. But I don't know. It does take a heavy toll on your body doing all that prep that he would be doing. So it's up to him, And also, he's not getting any younger. So, do you think you can beat Schoolboy from Ronnie? I love to pull Schoolboy. I think I have it. I would love to pull him. I would be down to pull him for sure. He is very strong. And he's very tall, and his angles are crazy. The angles necessary to beat someone like that, I feel pretty strong in. And I'm getting a lot stronger right now, so I would not be afraid to arm wrestle Schoolboy. You guys know I'm not big on, saying shit like, "Oh, smoke that fool." That's not my style. I would love to arm wrestle him, and I have a lot of respect for how strong he is and what he's been doing in the sport. So good for you. You guys also go check out, obviously, Arm Wrestling TV. If you guys, for some reason, aren't subscribed to that, but you're in this chat, then that's kind of a trip, right? You looking sexy, Big D from Corey Brown. Thanks, man. I am, how big am I right now? I am 360. I've been around here for a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty big and juicy. Gage Jordan with the $5 super chat. My buddy Gage. Gage Jordan recently moved up to Washington. He's my teammate that moved up there. And he's just sitting around, not arm wrestling or not training right now like an asshole. Rise Jones says, "Derek, you're getting massive, man. F the trolls. Enjoy your journey. Keep clapping with the top guys and reaching for the top." That's the plan, guys. I mean, honestly, 100%. I never water this down for you guys or anybody in my life. I plan to become number one in the world. That's the goal. I don't water that down, right? That's the goal, is to beat Levon if he's number one. And so that's all I think about when I'm training and when I'm making big plans for my career and what I'm moving towards. I keep that goal in mind. That is the final result, right? That's what I'm going for. So, barring injury or death or something crazy, that's the plan, right? And so I'm gonna keep moving towards that. And I'm a big believer in, if you don't have the balls to say your goals, if you don't have the balls to put it out there, then you don't have the balls to actually go after it in the first place, or to push yourself, right? So that's how, I know other people think differently. That's just how I see it. If you're not going to say it, man, how would you even go after it? There's no one's holding you accountable. You're not even putting it out in the universe. Say it. Be proud of your goals, So, let's see. Well, I love doing these little polls with you guys. Okay. So let's see. Devin versus, fuck it. We'll do Devin versus Levon. I know everybody wants to talk about that. Devin versus Levon. In the chat, a 1 for Levon, a 2 for Devin. 1 for Levon, 2 for Devin. In the chat right now. Let's see it pop off in the comments. I want to see 1 for Levon, 2 for Devin. Who do you think is going to win? Oh my God. Look at all the 2s coming in here. Oh, okay. There's some 1s. Gage Jordan with the $20 super chat. Thanks, bud. I appreciate it, man. You don't have to stop sending me money, Gage. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. Man. Okay, it's getting a little more even, but it's still, I'm pretty sure Devin's winning this right now. Okay, there's the 1s. Wow, okay. So, yeah, sorry. I'm just kind of looking through. Interesting. A lot of Devin fans, especially, we're on YouTube. Obviously, this is the Devin's big fans realm, right? Devin runs YouTube as far as being the biggest name on here, or household name, Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's an interesting one then. That's an interesting one. Okay, in regards to, I just want to do a couple more of these little polls. I like doing this shit with you guys. In regards to the Istanbul event coming up, Matt Mask and Hermes. Matt Mask 1, Hermes 2. Matt Mask 1, Hermes 2. Matt Mask 1, Hermes 2. Matt Mask. Oh, a lot of ones. A lot of ones. Okay. Oh, it's looking even. Matt's winning on this. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I thought people would be way more on Hermes' side right now. Huh. Okay. I like to get a feel for the community, see what you guys are looking at, what you guys who you guys are pulling for, who you guys think would take it. So interesting. Interesting. Okay, someone asked a question in here from Corey Brown. Derek, when you practice with Michael, do you feel like you could compete with him in a best of 6? Practice is practice. I felt really good at that practice. I was also fresh. I rested for that. I really wanted to feel good when I went and practiced with Mike. So that was a really fresh, strong Derek. I'm stronger now than I was then, still, because I'm gaining right now. But that was also a little bit of a tired Mike. You know, he'd been training pretty hard. So no, not right now. I'm not there yet. Not right-handed. You have to not only be able to get past his hand, then there's a part 2, which is the harder part of dealing with him once you get to part 2. Getting past his hand is part 1, and getting to his king's move is part 2, and that's a rough one. So, yeah, no, not right now. Not yet, but not too far away, I hope. I'm building a lot of mass in my chest and shoulder and things like that, which will allow me to do a lot more offense. That's something I'm really focusing on right now, and sliding my elbow and getting. Oh my God, you guys see the veins in these things? They're getting bigger. Derek, who should Larry target next? Now, I've been saying forever, my boy Brandon Allen and Larry, I want to see that match. Now, Brandon Allen doesn't have a big social media following, so it won't be the biggest match. But I think that if Larry's camp promotes the match enough, that they could build up the hype for it, really show who Brandon Allen is, and it could be major. And they both, because Brandon Allen was a top powerlifter in powerlifting the same time Larry was there, but Brandon Allen was one weight class above Larry. So I think in a lot of competitions, Brandon lifted heavier than him and all that stuff, but they were like 2 top dogs in powerlifting at the same time. They both quit powerlifting, and now they're both fully arm wrestling, right? And Brandon's out in Vegas, and he's fully arm wrestling all the time. He's about to do his first tournament. So it's like they're at the same experience level in arm wrestling as well, and it's like it carries over from powerlifting over to arm wrestling. So I really want to see Larry and Brandon Allen, right? That's my match. Let's see. Tube Carter says, let's not even bother pulling Hutchings versus Zolev, because Zolev will definitely win. I don't know if definitely. It depends on how Zolev arm wrestles, in my opinion. Zolev tends to go shoulder forward and kind of stay center table. If he does that with Todd and he allows Todd Hutchings to start getting in there and slamming sideways, all bad. If Zolev arm wrestles the way similar to the way Rustam Babayev arm wrestled against Todd Hutchings, where he went go and he yanked backwards, then he would have a better shot. But he'd have to kind of change up his style. I think his style isn't necessarily the best. Okay. Bane says, Derek, Cobra Voda says, Derek, who do you think can win? Daniel the Tree Shredder or Sarah Bachman? Daniel, I'm sorry. Sarah would throw you over the table, my boy. She's strong as hell. It would happen. I've arm wrestled Gabby. I've never gripped up with Sarah, but I've arm wrestled Gabby, the #1 lady in the world, and she was fucking strong. And I know Sarah and her kind of go back and forth a little bit, and if Sarah's anywhere near that, then sorry, Daniel, you wouldn't stand a chance, bud. Derek, how much and what do you eat? I think you meant to say how much do I weigh? I weigh about 360 right now, and what do I eat? It's the more I lift, the cleaner I eat. I'm weird like that. If I'm not lifting and not training actively, then I eat like shit. When I start training, just something in my mind is like, all right, you just killed it at the gym, put something good in your body, and so then I start eating healthier. So now that I'm training heavier, I'm eating cleaner. It just goes back and forth. So it'll continue to get cleaner and cleaner. Lots of meat, white rice traditionally, and then vegetables, usually. Mike Halbert says, a lot of people wouldn't mind getting thrown over the table by Sarah, LOL. I can't blame you guys for that. I can't blame you at all. Any plans to visit Toronto one day? Yes, I definitely want to go to Canada. I've been years ago. Devin invited me to go to Canada, but my work schedule kind of wasn't allowing it. And now since since COVID, my work schedule changed, so I have 4 days off a week. And I know Devin's retired, so I want to go up there to train with Devin, and I would love to go across Canada and check out the different places and arm wrestle with different teams for sure. So once the restrictions kind of end a little bit or slow down, then yes, I will be definitely going to Canada and arm wrestling some people. I've been talking way too much shit to Evan Burgoyne, so I got to go up there and I got to let him try to tug on this left arm. But the left's feeling real good, guys. You guys know I got ranked 9th in the country left-handed now. I don't even care about this arm. Like, I don't even like it. It's ugly. It doesn't really work too well. And this one, I love, and I can't seem to do shit with it. No, it's doing okay. No woman can beat a man if he's an arm wrestler. I tried some women at nationals. They are without hands at all. I don't know, man. A high-level arm... Okay, no woman can beat a man who is... No, dude. There are some lightweight arm wrestling guys, like 123, 132 pounds, who I think the super heavyweight women could beat him. So I don't know if that's all the way true, man. I would put some super heavyweight female, the top super heavyweight females like Sarah or Gabby, against some professional level light males. Yeah, I'd love to see that match. Finn Mason says, Derek, maybe bottom 8 pound for pound. Damn. Bottom 8. Oh, pound for pound? That's true. That's true. Sadly, I don't give a shit about pound for pound. Never have. Jason Ganova Arm Wrestling says, I've tried Challenge Derek, but he won't collab with the Spaniard, the Man Getter, the Iron Liar, the Iron Extortionist, the Dark Lord, DSL, the Sith Lord, Jason Ganova, Huey. Okay, peace out, bye. What the fuck? The Great Khali versus Devin. Oh, easily the Great Khali. Super chat from Oscar Rosales says, Team Alpha Empire. Hey, there he is. One of my teammates popping in the chat, throwing $10 down in the super chat and repping the team. Team Alpha Empire. If you guys are ever in the area, please come on out. Practices totally free. Come down. I'll work with you. We can work on some stuff. Southern California, we are in San Bernardino Highland area when we practice on Sundays at noon. But you guys are always welcome to come out. If you guys want to come out here, get a hotel, come stay for the weekend, man. We could work out, go to the gym together, practice, whatever. Pretty open, and I love helping people learn. So, yeah. Let's see. Richard B., do you ever use COC grippers? Can you close a number 3? Yeah, I closed a number 3, was that 2 weeks ago, Yvonne? The guys on Discord, which I'm on all the time, you guys. If you guys want to find me, you go to Discord. Go to the Arm Wrestling Discord specifically is where you'll find me the most often. But we have a lot of grip guys. We have the grip nomads, I call them, because there is a grip following, guys. There's a grip community, but they have no home. They have like, so that you'll find hardcore grip guys in like powerlifting message boards and arm wrestling message boards. You just find them, but all they talk about is grip, and you're like, what are you doing in here? So we have a bunch of those on Discord, and I mess with them all the time. But when we got downtime, we're always talking about grip stuff and whatnot. So I went and bought a COC number 2.5, a 3, and a 3.5 because I wanted to see where I was at. Closed the 2.5. Closed the 3, and then tried it again. It was kind of getting messy, and then I did it my old way, and I closed it again, and I held it for a while, the 3. The 3.5, I got like, I don't know, like an inch, almost an inch away. I couldn't finish 3.5. So, Yvonne, the guy in the chat right now, you guys, is an actual like grip extraordinaire. This kid is 18 years old, and he was like already in Iron Mind. They're doing articles about him and stuff. Yvonne Cook, C-U-K, that guy. He's like a grip like phenom in the sport of grip, and so yeah, it's amazing to see the stuff he's doing. Repulsive Gravity says your head is huge. Yeah, that's right, but like I'm huge, so I guess it kind of makes sense a little bit. Good times on Discord from Michael Edwards. Jason says it wasn't my drink, it was that stupid kid's drink. It's the effing haters, bro. Brendan Daniel says Sarah's gassed up right now. Do you know the weight cutoff? Haven't looked at the card in a couple weeks. I do not know the weight cutoff. I think Sarah's the heavy favorite in her match. Honestly, that would be the only match like I'm willing to put to stake. If they did the stakings on arm bet, then I'd probably stake a good amount of money in there. Mask or Hermes right now? I'm leaning towards Hermes. Your body is huge. Thank you, Repulsive, for pointing that out. YouTube Conley family says, "What's up, Derek? Boom. Ow, that hurts. Guys, life lesson. I just learned today. Oh, he says, who's Georgie? Georgie, I think you're talking about that guy that was in the videos. He is Israeli arm wrestler, and he's a monster. And he was slamming people in the practice video, which I hate that, man. Oh, you get done with a super match or tournament, and there's just some guy fresh who's a world champion just sitting out there. Oh yeah, let's arm wrestle for fun. And there's cameras come over, and you're like, wait, this seems like a bad idea. You just start getting beat up. That sucks. Let's see. Do you know about Devin versus Michael yet? Oh yeah, we already talked about it. Sorry. You're going to have to rewind. DKK. Oh, I can't even say your name. Can Mike Coburg be a legit contender in 2 years? Mike Coburg is Mega Mike, my teammate. He is actively cutting right now. I think he's cutting down. He has a super match at 245 pounds. When he competed at that tournament, he was about 265. So he's going down to 245 right now. So I'm excited to see how that feels for him. He's pretty confident he can retain his strength and continue to get stronger at 245. If that happens, if my teammate Mega Mike can maintain his strength and continue to get stronger at 245 pounds, within a year and a half, I am confident that Mike could be top 5 in the United States at 245 pounds. Or 242, sorry. But I'm confident. That's the strength level he's at for sure. And with just some tightening up, yeah, for sure. I'm very confident in saying that. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Oh, there you guys are. Derek, they're lying to you. You're small, very small. Gyro says, Derek, you need to come to Canada and train with Devin. I know. I'm going to, I promise. At some point, it's going to happen. Svedkov or Gelashvili, or even the Israeli champ. There's a bunch of Georgies. Oh, they're talking about the Israeli champ, I'm pretty sure. Because that's the one that was in the Devin video. What do you think? Juji Mufu versus Larry Wheels. If Juji Mufu trained for like 3 months straight, can he take on Larry? I don't believe so. I think Larry's trajectory is going too high, and he's training with too good of people, and he's too strong, and I don't think Juji can catch up to him right now. He'd have to really fully dedicate, and still then, I don't think he could. Will says, would you mind sharing the reason for your YouTube hiatus? I'm supposed to go live on Sundays and Wednesdays. That's the schedule I try to keep. Sundays have been super rocky with practice and whatnot, and I've just been getting so busy at practice. And then it was like Michael Todd's house. One weekend I got back. The tournament I went to in Hawthorne. One weekend got back, and then I just went to this huge collab, or this big practice. There was 1,000 guys there, and I just didn't go live. So, and then the Wednesday thing. Last Wednesday I worked. I have to work tonight. Normally I don't work Wednesdays, guys. Last Wednesday and today I have to work. And so normally when I go live would be when I was working. So I've just been working, and I didn't go live on Wednesday. And then I don't know, it just didn't happen, you guys. I didn't know you guys wanted to. I don't know. I don't get a lot of requests, but now lately I've been getting messages. People ask me to go live, so I'm here for you. You know what? I'm gonna put this out there. I have money set aside. I have a lot of things going on, you guys. I run one of the biggest teams in the nation. Oh, wait. There's a super chat? Did I miss a super chat? Oh, shit. I did, didn't I? I'm horrible. Oh, shit. I did. Devin's Classy Finger with a €5 says, what's puppin'? What's going on, man? What's going on? I am actively, you guys put this out there. If you guys know anybody, especially in the Southern California area, I'm actively looking for someone that is down to film and edit to help me with this channel. I have a lot of ideas, a lot of things I want to do. Sometimes I just don't get around, from picking up my daughter from school every day and to fully training and trying to become #1 in the world and running the team and then trying to keep up with the social media stuff, guys. I'm just falling behind. And I have some money set aside, and I'm down to grow slowly, and I'm looking for somebody that is down to edit and film and kind of do a Juji Tom, Adam Larry type of situation, right? But our own style. So I've been actively talking to people and trying to find someone like that. It'd be obviously they need to be in Southern California or able to move to Southern California. But yeah, I think there's a lot of potential. I really think I'm going to reach #1 in the world. So I think it'd be really cool if the YouTube channel went with me. So yeah, I mean that's the plan. But that is just kind of pointing towards me trying to figure out how to get more videos out for you guys. Let's see. Big Lex is in here, says, what's up, champ? What's going on, Big Lex? Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. Daniel Munson, do you think Larry can beat RVJ? Not in hell, not right now. Not yet. RVJ is way too advanced. Dave Anderson says, come on, Spears owns the shaved look. Juji Tom, Larry Adam, Devin flip phone. It's true, Devin and his flip phone. Don't try to Juji and Tom. But no, not like that. It'd be way better if I had someone like recording me and stuff like that. The gym would be easier. The collabs would be easier. Have someone like, I don't know, it just wouldn't be all me by myself. And then also, I'm not very good at editing. I don't even have like a badass computer. Like, it's not, my setup is not awesome. The lives will always still be me. I'll still go live and stuff, but just for the better videos, like actual production, like there's 1,000 bajillion million arm wrestling YouTube channels out right now. I don't know if you guys saw that. If you like, every team in the United States and in the world has like 3 people with YouTube channels on it. And so one thing that could potentially set me aside, I feel like, would be my story, because I think it's really starting to take off, and if I had better quality content for you guys. So that's what I'm working on. Jesse Halleck with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much, man. I'm not great at editing, but can make your thumbnails for you if you want. I'm good with Photoshop and that stuff. Great meeting you in AZ and joining the West Coast Arm Wrestling group on Facebook. Oh, thanks, Jesse. I appreciate that, man. Hey, guys. Jesse Halleck here that just did the super chat. He started a group page on Facebook called West Coast Arm Wrestling. He's out of Arizona, and he's just trying to track like what tournaments are going down on the West Coast and things like that. So if any of you guys in this chat are in the West Coast of the United States, and you guys kind of want to see what's up with the arm wrestling scene, the competitive arm wrestling scene, go ahead and join that group page up. I just joined. I think there was like 9 people in there. So maybe if I promote it a little bit, we can get that thing to pop off. Because as an arm wrestler, you guys, for those of you guys that are just fans, this is kind of how it works. In regards to finding out about tournaments, it's just kind of like, hopefully somebody you know shares the flyer for an upcoming tournament. And there's no actual board where every arm wrestler's there and every tournament's accounted for. It used to be that way, but there isn't anymore. There hasn't been for like years, like 5 years, 6 years. So now it's just kind of like, hopefully you hear about the tournament. It could be one city away, and you just kind of hope that somebody you know heard about it, which is kind of, a lot of people miss out on events. So yeah, so it's good to have a group like this. Michael Edwards, there's also a Texas Arm Wrestling League on Facebook that shows a lot of tournaments going on. There you go. If you guys are in Texas, go ahead and join that. Rami Magid says, gains, man, right? I'm trying to get swole. Numbers are all going up, guys. Everything feels good. Oh, I was going to say before I got real crazy, rematch between Derek Smith and Larry Wheels, how would that go? Thoughts? I still think I'm too much for Larry, and I'm way stronger than when I was out there, guys. So hopefully I'm still the favorite. Okay, so today, here's a little lesson for you guys, especially for the arm wrestling guys in here. I went to a practice this weekend. I've been planning to take a month off the table, right? I want to take a month off the table, arm wrestle for a couple weeks, and take another month off the table, because I'm leading up to my big match with Tom Nelson for the #1 in California match, right? King of California, it's called. Me and Tom Nelson are going right-handed September 4th. So I'm prepping for that. So I'm taking a couple months off the table just to lift heavy weights and just eat and stay healthy and keep my joints healthy and just lift, get massive, right? So this weekend I went to a practice, and I know myself. I know my arms really well at this point, and I didn't want to arm wrestle, and I gave in to peer pressure because I was around a lot of top guys, and I arm wrestled left-handed, and now my workout got destroyed today, and now I won't be able to work out for the next like couple days because my nerves are all just super inflamed in my left arm. Like an idiot, I didn't listen to my body. So, moral of the story, you guys, listen to your body. Pay attention to what hurts and what feels good, and don't make dumb decisions. Like Devin always says, it doesn't have to hurt all the time, guys. You can just keep moving forward. It doesn't always have to be super painful. It's not no pain, no gain. It's about being smart and moving forward. So I'm more angry at myself for caving into to all that. Turd Ferguson says, off with Tom Nelson's head. I agree. No, Tom's actually a good buddy of mine, but it's time that a super heavyweight took over for the California thing, not a 242 guy. Schoolboy versus Chance Shaw is a must. Needs to be the next match. Chance Shaw will school him with Hawaiian shirts, says Cobra Vivoda. Interesting, Chance Shaw and Schoolboy. Now, their styles are really similar to me. So I think it'd almost be, not the outcome, but the style of the match, I feel like might look a lot like when Ryan Bowen and Chance pulled. As far as they both like to dump and do like a posting, like low hand top roll. So it'd be interesting to see. But I know that Schoolboy's arm is going to be longer, so he'll have the height. So I think anatomically, Schoolboy would have the advantage. Blake Tennessee Titan Perry. in the chat. What's up, Big D? After us feeling how strong Michael was, hard to even imagine how strong Devin was. I agree, Blake. But like I said earlier, I don't know. I don't think that Mike showed up to the match with Devin. I don't know what Mike showed up. I don't know which one did. So I don't know how strong Devin is. Obviously, Devin's strongest he's ever been. I just don't know what level Mike was because it wasn't the normal Mike. It wasn't the Mike we're used to seeing. So I'm kind of like wondering which guy showed up. Do you think the match was fixed? No, I don't think the match was fixed, guys. I'm not pointing at the match was fixed. I'm thinking like something happened with Mike where he got in his head or didn't get enough sleep or something happened where when he walked out there, his mind wasn't in the right spot. I don't think he was like fixed, like he was trying to con people out of money. No. Don't go off to some conspiracy theory shit. No. I just think that he just wasn't himself for whatever reason. There could be a million things that make you not be your normal competitive self. Mike G with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, bud. I really appreciate you supporting the chat. For number one in Cali, wouldn't Scott Mendelson have to be there? What happened to him? Scott, after his match with Alex Kardeka, Scott Mendelson was injured. Then he took a big break. He never came all the way back to arm wrestling, and now he's benching again. But I'm hearing rumors that he might come back to arm wrestling. But no, he wouldn't be for number one in California. I mean, I beat Scott last time we arm wrestled, so right-handed. So he'd have to still beat me. Derek Smith versus Tom Nelson must be available for staking on arm bet from Uncle John's Arm Wrestling Show. In the chat, you guys, Uncle John's Arm Wrestling Show, never stopping, keeps grinding. My man, John, always pushing the limits. Really happy you're in here, John. Thanks for tuning in, bud. Uncle John will be going live here at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So in a little bit. I'll be getting off right when Uncle John is going on. That's the plan. Let's see. The Swayze Express one says, love you, Derek. Thanks, man. I love you too, man. I'm not big on using the L word like that. I don't know. Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Travis Bagent versus Robert Predactor's dead grandmother. Oh, damn, that's dark. That's dark. That's his brother. That's Desperation Pinocchio's brother, though. Big Lex, Floyd versus Logan Paul. Who you got? Dude, if it's real, if it's not just for money, then, I mean, Floyd should beat the shit out of Logan Paul. Even though Floyd's style isn't beating the shit out of anyone, I still think that's how much better he should be than Logan Paul. That in his running style, he should still beat the shit out of Logan Paul. Luis says, Michael was just too soft. Anonymous Unknown says, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure what that means. Thomas Lodger says, how did you beat Ron like that, Ron Bath? Ron had a super match before the tournament. He won it 3-0 left-handed. I don't know how tired he was, but he had a super match. And then my left arm is very specific. If you arm wrestle in a certain style with me, left-handed, I can look amazing. Dude, I could be like top 5, right? If you arm wrestle in a specific style. Now, if you arm wrestle in a million other styles, I do really bad against. But luckily, Ron arm wrestled me in a very specific style that I like. And so I was able to exploit that. And so did Abo, the guy that was ranked 7th in the United States. He arm wrestled me in that same style as well. And so it all worked out for me. If they would have done a couple other things, I would have lost for sure. So it's just kind of a really weird arm. It's really strong in a couple ways. Paul Den says the match was fixed. They both made a killing. I don't agree with that. Uncle John in the house. Killdozer says Devin was just way too strong. I agree. He was way too strong. But how strong is that? Is my question. Thomas Ledger says, who was the guy who swept your division? Who was the guy who swept your division? I don't know what you're talking about, like which event you're talking about. Let's see. It says, sup, John. Oh, man, you guys are all talking to Uncle John. Uncle John, you're hijacking my chat. Derek, how much do you weigh? I just went over that. I'm 360. Also, what are your bicep and forearm measurements? When I was in Michael Todd's, at his house, it was 17 and a half or 18 forearms and 20 and a half biceps, or 20 and a half, 21, 20 and a half. Me and Mike had the exact same bicep, but I think my forearm was bigger. I can't remember. I think my forearm might have been a little bit bigger. But my arms are super long, guys. You gotta remember, I'm 6'8", so I'm really spread out. Okay. Oh, you guys are taking off on me. I'm not keeping up. All right. When is your next match? September 4th against Tom Nelson, right-handed. Left-handed, there's a tournament in Phoenix, Arizona on August 6th, 7th. And I told people that I would put my left arm on the table at that event. And so if people want to come try to take my 9th rank in the United States, they're welcome to come try to take it at that event. Should Devin start training some left? No doubt he's still world-class left-handed. Devin should do whatever he wants. He knows more than all of us. We're trying to set Devin up with some left-handed matches against Cody Merritt. I'm trying to work towards that. Yeah, I mean, his left seems like it's really good right now, but I'm sure if he had a match coming up, he would give some more attention to it. Are you going to pull Cody Merritt? I will pull Cody right-handed. I would love to pull Cody right-handed, super match, whatever. Lefty, Cody's a little bit out of my league right now, for sure. He's so strong inside. It just opened me up. Like, he's very, very strong left-handed, guys. We do a reaction to the Devin Larrett Michael Todd match. An actual reaction to it? No. Froze says, Devin, Michael Todd, Jerry, Todd Hutchings. Oh, you're asking which team do I believe takes it? East team. Huge fan from Egypt. Thank you, Remy. I appreciate the upvote, man. Peel, Fluffy Dog, Nick up. I cast great shadows. Mr. J1069 says Devin is about building tendon strength and specific arm wrestling strength. Well, yes, he is, but I mean, a bicep curl is specific arm wrestling strength as well. You know, like a pec fly is specific arm wrestling strength as well. So, I mean, those are strengths. Let's do collab and search me on YouTube, says Jason Ganova Arm Wrestling. Derek, that shirt you have hanging in there behind you, change the Team USA to Arm Wrestling Beast and sell that shirt. I will buy it. All will buy it. You guys want to buy my Team USA shirts? Hell to the no. So what usually happens is when you go to Worlds, when you go to WAF, all the countries, because everybody brings their jerseys, right? People usually bring extra ones. They buy extra ones and they trade them. So a lot of the, especially the Americans who've been arm wrestling at WAF like every year, they've done it 35, 40 times. They'll have a ton of jerseys from like Russia and Brazil. You walk up to the Brazilian guy after the tournament and offer him your jersey, and then they trade. They trade all the time. I didn't want to trade. I was super proud of my Team USA shirts. I didn't want to trade with anybody else. Also, no, I don't think anybody wanted like some 3XL t-shirts. But it's super awesome like that happens. Everybody trades shirts. So a lot of the guys have badass jerseys from like, I want a Japanese jersey. There's some cool jerseys. The Team Russia jersey is pretty badass. I would love some of those jerseys for sure. Let's see. Hey, bro, can you wish my best friend, a happy birthday? He turned 20 today. Aw, happy birthday, best friend. Spencer says, hey, Dan. Hey, Gabe, by the way, I'm not 50 years old like Devin and Michael, bro. Come on, man. I'm not an idiot, Gabe. Yeah, I mean, maybe one day I'll fall for some shit like that, but man, I used to be a professional gamer, guys. Like I've invested a lot of time on the internet. Sorry, I couldn't clarify, Derek. He said in his post video he is not about lifting strong anymore, as arm wrestling isn't about that. He's finally beginning to believe in himself and specific targeting that. Yeah, there's two sides to the coin, right? He's not wrong. Devin's not wrong at all. But there's also driving, and there is big muscles incorporated. Devin's style right now is he is pretty strong, but do you see how much he's hitting his joints, his elbow joints, when he turns sideways? He's really targeting that joint and trusting it a lot. So he's really arm wrestling very staticky, very jointy, very... he's not using a ton of big muscles. That's why me and Devin went to the gym. I would out curl him a ton. I would out bench him. I would out shoulder press him. All these things like that. But Devin has been arm wrestling since he was a little kid. So his joints, his tendons are at a crazy level, right? Guys that have only been arm wrestling since, I started for 10 years, I don't have my joints and everything at that same level. And none of you guys do either, right? So to try to trust them at that level, the odds of injury are way up. So I have to build a base, a foundation of just pure muscle mass and strength to aid in my semi-well-developed tendons and joints, right? Because I'm not the same as Devin, and neither are y'all, right? So that's the kind of stuff that worries me a little bit, is that everybody blindly follows Devin, and they're doing these small movements and trying to get all jointy, but they've only been arm wrestling a year, and then that's how you break shit a little bit. So build your foundation, is my opinion, especially if you're a newer arm wrestler, and then build a tower from your foundation. A pyramid, right? Let's see. Arm Arm wrestle pro gamers like Dr. Disrespect. I would love to. He don't want it. Derek on COD 4. I would destroy you in a hook. No, you wouldn't. Too. Don't talk shit. Let's see, bro. Why don't you stream gaming? I don't game anymore. If I start gaming, I get addicted to it because I did it for like almost 7 years. I get really addicted to it, and then I'll start putting off my arm wrestling training for gaming. I get way too into it. So then I'll be like playing a video game, and I'll be like, oh, well, I guess my elbow hurts a little bit. Maybe I'll just train tomorrow. And then the next day I'll be like, well, 2 days off is pretty good because I'll be fully rested. Maybe I'll train the next. Like, it's shit like that starts after a while, and then it just gets worse. I can't mix gaming and arm wrestling. It's one or the other, guys. That's why this tattoo says one love, because I can do one thing. I can focus on one thing wholeheartedly. I'm not good at focusing on multiple things. That's just not a strength of mine. Okay, so what's your occupation? I'm currently doing security at a strip club, and I make a little bit of money on YouTube sometimes when you guys super chat. Derek, would you compete in WAL if invited? Yes, I would love to compete in WAL, but I don't know how hyped I am on signing a contract that would not allow me to arm wrestle wherever I want. So that's kind of frustrating, right? I mean, I have so many goals in arm wrestling, and I want to go to Zloty, and I want to go fly to, Australia and arm wrestle those 8 strongest men in Brisbane, and I want to go to Canada and have a super match with somebody. Like, I want to do things, and when I don't want to be limited right now, and there's a lot of options coming up with PR and with Top 8 and all, just so much stuff coming up that I don't want to be locked down. And so that's the thing that kind of scares me about WAL. Like, I would love to be on that stage, but if it means I can't do anything else, dude, those guys will have one match and sit around for 2 years before they have another match if you don't win. Like, dude, and you can't go anywhere. That sucks. But it is a huge platform, and there's a lot of money involved. I'd really have to weigh my options for sure. It's not just a blind yes. You should do a super match against Larry Wheels before he gets too good. Yeah, I'm down. I don't think Adam and Larry, I bet you they've thought about that. I know someone has at least pitched it and stuff like that, and they chose Schoolboy, but I'm assuming it's because they think I'm at a higher level than Schoolboy, and I would be a step past that, I think. But we'll see. But yeah, I'd always be down, of course. But I have obviously a way smaller following than Schoolboy. The Swayze Express once is $5 super chat. Any fun strip club stories? Doesn't have to be graphic. LOL. Yes. I got a lot of fun strip club stories. I'm cycling through them in my head. Ones that I can actively say on here. Oh man. Okay, like a week ago, these kids that were like 19 years old, they try to come through the front door, and I check their IDs. I go, no, it's 21 and over. And then we don't let them in. They go back out in the parking lot. We go back to work, whatever, and we're watching the security cameras. And we have a smoking patio. And at the top of the smoking patio, there's little gaps about this big at the top of the window. So like in the second story, there's gaps right there to let the smoke out and stuff. And we watch the videos later, and you get to see these two like 19-year-olds boosting each other on the outside of the building, boosting each other through the window. And you see them climbing through the smoking patio, and one falls, he does a flip out and lands in the smoking patio, and then grabs the other one, and he's pulling him through. And like, we're all laughing watching the camera. And like, how dedicated do you have to be to want to go see a pair of boobs? Like, you can just look at porn on your phone, and it's just topless. It's a topless bar. It's not even full nude. And it's just really funny the dedication these kids are having to wanting to go and see a pair of boobs in person. It's like they're willing to like, and then we just grabbed them and we threw them out. It was nothing, but it was pretty funny watching them climb through the window. So there's a kind of innocent story. We had a super chat from Tim Dunan, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Yo, could Pancake Devin beat Hermes, Livon, and Vitali all at the same time, roped up with an F-150 carrying them? I would say that Devin might lose round 1 and 2, but he'd win the rounds after that. I'm pretty sure that he would overpower the F-150 after that. He tends to get stronger as the time goes on. Let's see. Justin Bishop is way too strong for Larry. Oh, okay. Larry Wheels versus Justin Bishop. I think Justin still has too much hand. Justin has a super heavyweight hand, guys. His hand and wrist is so strong. It's at a super heavyweight level for sure. So I would think Justin would be the favorite. But if Larry could get past that hand, I mean, it'd definitely be comparable. I think so for sure. Larry is a really strong dude. He just has some stuff he has to kind of figure out, right? Are you natural or are you on the pancake maple syrup? I haven't taken any syrup. I haven't had syrup in forever. So in regards to that, yeah, natty as hell. He's on the Skittles. Derek, what about Eddie Hall versus Larry? Both are the same level. Who wins? Oh, I would have to give that to Larry Wheels. Larry Wheels would beat Eddie for sure. Actually, that would be a good one. That wouldn't be bad at all. So maybe for Larry's channel, if he could get that, that'd be interesting. If Bishop's able to get comfortable, he won't be able to hold him. Oh, if Bishop lets Larry get comfortable, he won't be able to hold him. Yeah, the thing is, once Larry gets comfortable and starts driving with his bicep and using his chest and everything, you saw, even when Devin was trying to hold him left-handed, he was like, couldn't hold him. Once you let him, if you let him get tight and recruit all his muscles, he obviously has a ton of them, and they're really high level. And so he can be really strong. If you could pick one fundamental to be the strongest ever, what would it be? Cupping for sure. How are we at 176 likes and 284 people? We should get that at least to above 200, 210 likes. That's crazy, guys. Can you guys please take a second? Hit that like button if you guys are in here. I appreciate that. Let's get that above 200. That shouldn't be hard. There you go. 190. Let's get that thing up to about 215-ish. Show a little love. Just so this thing gets noticed. You know, makes it look better. What time did you fart? I think it was 2:37 today. Better match for Eddie than RVJ. LOL. What was he thinking challenging RVJ? Yeah, I think RVJ would be too much. Do you think Bouncer Michael Todd lost credibility now for future matches? No. I mean, he's still Michael Todd, right? He's still, it doesn't take away from what he's accomplished at all. No, not at all. I mean, like, he's still Michael Todd, you guys. And honestly, in some respects, I think that this helped Mike a lot in certain ways. Mike has this PR, this image, right? He has this image to a lot of people that he's like a sore loser and too competitive and an angry dude and all this and that. And Mike taking this loss and then being genuine, not being a sore loser, giving a ton of credit to Devin, being really open about it and sharing with everyone. Mike has gained a ton of followers after this, and I really think it increased his value or his stock as far as social media goes a lot. Actually, I think a lot of people, a ton of people were defending Mike and saying, back off, Mike's a great dude, this and that, and that's kind of new. A lot of people usually hate on Mike. So I think in some respects, this loss actually helped Mike's career move in a good direction in regards to social media and stuff. And social media right now will lead to a lot of different potential matches. So I think, as far as an arm wrestler, though, I mean, he's still Michael Todd. He's still, there's still 99.9% of the people in the world can't beat him, you know what I mean? So it's not like he's just blown out of the water. So I expect to see Mike hanging around for a while, beating the shit out of some people and trying to get that Devin match back ASAP. What do you think would be good West versus East matchups? Devin versus Levon, Monster Michael Todd versus who? I want to see Michael Todd versus Vitali. I wanted that match only because stylistically, like, Vitali goes up, it stays way out on Mike's fingers, but I don't know. I mean, how much horsepower does Vitali have from there? I don't know. I'd be interested in seeing that. Let's see. I can't wait to see Chaffee arm wrestle again. I think people forgot the amount of horsepower he has. He's a tank. I've been saying it for a while. Dave Chaffee is the strongest North American arm wrestler. Not saying he's the most successful one. Not saying he's most well-rounded or technical arm wrestler, but the amount of horsepower getting applied into those hands are the highest against Dave Chaffee, or with Dave Chaffee, in my opinion. So we have a big super chat. Let's jump down this real quick from Jesse Halleck, another $19.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. He says, yeah, I started the West Coast Arm Wrestling group 2 days ago, so it's still a small group. Thanks for being a great ambassador to the sport, brother. Doing these YouTube channels ain't easy. Stay on the grind. See you in AZ in August. Yes, sir. I plan on being there, and I will see you. We can talk more there for sure if we don't talk before then. So back on the Dave Chaffee thing, he he's the strongest dude, right? So we actually have someone that's at a Denis Saplenkov or above Levon level strength in North America, right? Like obviously he's gonna win on Dennis. Like he was definitely right there. There's no arguing that Dave Chaffee's strength is right in that conversation, right? And anybody that would say that Levon's not that Levon's stronger than that, but not basing it off of anything is kind of weird, right? And anybody says that Levon is stronger than Denis Saplenkov was at his peak is a really weird thing to say. There's no proof of that, right? So Dave, power wise, is in that match. Now I'm really interested. I actually messaged Dave 4 days ago. Sent him a message on Facebook, and he has not read it. But I want to go out. I don't know Dave's, his schedule and stuff like that. But like I said, I have 4 days off a week. So I really want to fly out, just like I do with Mike, fly out to Dave's house. I want to get some table time with Dave. I want to see if I can even make him clench his jaw, where I'm at, what that kind of power feels like. If there's anything even there, I'd like to help Dave prep for Levon if I could. And also, I'm really interested in learning about how Dave approaches the gym and his programming and his lifts, and if it's all compound stuff or if it's isolated stuff, what his reps and sets are, how often he works. I want to get all those answers. And I'm a big fan of what Dave's able to do on the table, and I'm trying to get out there and learn from him. So if any of you guys know Dave in person, put in a good word. Tell him Derek messaged him and to answer my message, man. So I get out there and get some good content for you guys. Abe Snake says, a $5 super chat. How do you match up against Schoolboy? How does he do in WAL? Can you eat 2 Baconators? I can definitely eat 2 Baconators. Schoolboy would do... Wait, at what weight? At super heavyweight? Because he's super heavyweight, but could he cut? No, he couldn't cut to 225s, I don't think, right? He's too heavy. So we're talking about super heavyweight, Schoolboy. Who could he beat? I mean, who's the lowest level WAL guy in supers? Is it Mike Aiello? Who's the lowest level WAL super? I'll look for your guys' opinions. And then let's talk Nick Zinna. Someone said Nick Zinna, Ian Carnegie. And Nick hasn't been around for a while. Neither has Ian, so maybe Ian. Active guys, I'd say it's probably Mike. Of inactive guys, probably Ian Carnegie. How does Schoolboy beat them? He has a good style for hook pullers, but I heard Ian Carnegie's on a tear right now. He's training his ass off. He lost a bunch of weight. So I don't think he does all things encompassing. I don't think Schoolboy does that well in WAL right now. Not in a couple years, in my opinion. And how do I match up with Schoolboy? Like I said, I would love to pull him. I think I have some answers for his style. I think I would do okay, but who knows? We've never gripped up. He's young, and he's probably strong as hell, and athletic, and all that shit, and all the things I'm not. Oh, there he is. Mike Hawk with the $4.99 super chat. Hey, Derek, have you ever heard of rising arm wrestlers Gabe and Pat? No, man. I've never heard of them. Gabe and Pat, nope. Never heard of them. Hopefully they're on their way up, though, man. Hopefully. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome if Gabe and Pat are just climbing the ranks. Dude, I'd be really hyped for them. I'd be really hyped. Thanks for the $5 super chat, bro. I really appreciate the support. Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. I got you. Let me go back and let's do this again. Thanks for the $5 super chat from Mike Hawk. Oh, man. That was silly. Hey, Derek, have you ever heard of rising arm wrestlers Gabe Betch and Pat Myaz? You got me. Schoolboy is still his 20 years old body. I know, Schoolboy is an athletic freak. Derek looks like Big Josh Duhamel. Huh. Artem only has 20 viewers right now. Aw, Artem! Derek, can we see you in the next pay-per-view with your own super match? Yeah, so I'm going to try to get... pay-per-view. I don't know if it'll be pay-per-view, but I'm going to try to get my super match with Tom Nelson on the arm bet thing so you guys can stake. Make some money off it. I'm going to talk to Devin and see if I can get that match staked. So that'd be cool. Let's see. Awesome job at your last tournament, Derek. Keep killing it. A 290-pound Devin is insane. That's true. I agree. Justin Pascone. Get Artem on the stream. I love Artem. I don't have the... I'm not... And I'm on the phone, and I just don't have the... With the Zoom call and then you guys watching... It's not set up like that. The thing is, the way my bank account's set up, I got a checkings and a savings. Let's see. He did that to Devin too. My cog, LMO, AO, I tried. Hey, bud, you've been killing it. You've been killing it. All these old ass dudes, they all fall for that stuff so easily. You've been killing it, man. You gotta get a little sneaky. You gotta get a little sneakier. Change a different account name. Everybody's making different names, man. Because now everybody's looking out for Mike Hawk. Do you wear knee gears for squats? I haven't squatted in forever. It's been like a year. So nope. Let's see. Come to practice, Derek. I'd like to meet you in person. From Adam Wilmot. Is that the Adam Wilmot? The Angry Bird himself. Oh, wait. You're on Dave's team, right? You train with Dave Chaffee. Adam, I don't know if you caught what I was just saying. Is there any way you can let Dave know that I messaged him and I want to come out there and train with you guys? And I'm interested in picking his brain and seeing where everything's at. And I will fly myself out there. I will find a hotel near, unless someone has a room I could crash in. And yeah, just for a couple days. And I don't know how his schedule or your guys' schedule looks, but I would love to. I would love to come train with you guys for sure. R to beat his viewer count when he was driving with Sarah. I bet he beat his viewer count when he was driving with Sarah. What are your thoughts on Igor? You guys, Igor Mazurenko. I know I shared I shared the funniest GIF. Everybody pronounces it different. I've shared the funniest GIFs ever with Darren Bills created it. I have to give credit to Darren Bills. But I told him I was going to share it everywhere. And it was the Breakfast Club thing where it... Anyway, it was really funny. You guys got to see it. It's on Reddit. But Mazurenko, you guys, I know everybody's obsessed with like what's going on right now. Everybody's obsessed with him and not letting Levon and interfering and talking shit and stuff like that. But Mazurenko's track record is amazing, guys. He's done way more for the sport than any kind of small damage or setback he's done recently. So I know a lot of the newer guys are in here. I know a lot of the arm bet guys are newer. They weren't here when all the other stuff was happening. But like pretty much every highlight video you've ever seen, Mazurenko had a part in putting that event on. So he's stirring the pot. He's getting things. He's being crazy right now. He's being a little holding on to his guys. I agree. But I'm a big fan of arm wrestling, and I pay a lot of respect to people that have done things for the sport and helped the sport grow. And Mazurenko is definitely a name of someone that has done amazing things for the sport. Same thing for Ingen. Same things for a lot of these guys that have been around for a long time. I know they're rough around the edges. I know that. But when I see a lot of people like completely like disrespecting them and shitting on them, like you're horrible for the sport and this stuff, like they've done so much. They've done so much for all of it. We would have never seen Denis Saplenkov and John Brzezinski. We have never seen, so many matches. There's so many matches if Mazurenko wasn't around that we might not have ever seen. So you guys, you have to give him credit for what he's done. But right now he's been a little pokey for sure. But yeah, I don't know, man. Devin got super famous from PAL match in 06. He was connected to Devin's rise to superstardom. The Big D Slinger. Don King made some good fights, and he's still a terrible person. The arm from the arm wrestling opinion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get your guys' point. I get it. I get what's frustrating everybody, and I'm even poking fun at it too. But I'm not gonna be like, fuck Igor Mazurenko. Like, not at all. Whatever. He's doing some stuff that's a little crazy right now, but his track record has earned him more respect than me saying, "Go fuck yourself." Right? I gotta stop cursing on this channel. I'm trying to stop cursing on this channel. I'm trying, guys. You guys gotta help me. An actual prepared super match, Monster versus Hutchings. Monster. What are your goals for arm wrestling, as far as arm wrestling goes, Derek? Become #1 in the world. Easily. Not even, yep, that's it. Ingen said he got famous from 2004 Superstar Showdown, but against Evokin in 2006 was big worldwide. Oh, for Devin? Yeah. Big Papa, I love everything that's happening in the sport right now. Big Papa, thank you for screaming that to the heavens. I love everything that's happening in the sport right now. Okay? I love it. And I love that, too. Zane St. Andre Jackson. What techniques do you think Devin would use to beat Levon? The old nut kick. No, it depends. Would Devin go inside or outside? Levon has multiple options. Going inside against someone like that is a little scary, but if Devin goes full joint, crazy, break it, break it, break it, he might be able to if he isolates Levon's bicep enough. I would think we'd see the King's move make a play to try to hit the brakes on Levon a little bit, because if he got Levon to start breathing heavy, he'd have to. I don't think he can't power through Levon the way like he kind of did in this last match. He would have to play it smart. And so when we play it smart and you're trying to drain someone, I think we'd see the King's move come back out for a little bit. Not for the whole match, but for a little bit till Levon kind of gets tired. Yeah, I'd be shocked if we didn't see Devin try to do a King's move against Levon. But maybe he's so beefy in here right now he can handle it. But man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Roger Predactor says 250 likes. We see your box. Why does everybody want to see my mystery box, man? I tell you guys, it's not that cool. There's nothing cool in there. Not just some, all of it. Kyle H1357. Do you feel all these different training handles are worth it, or are some of them just money makers that aren't worth it? Seems to be so many to choose from. Great question, Kyle. I really appreciate you coming in here and asking that. I have like all of them. Not all of them. I have a lot of them, right? Guys, what mostly happens with these handles is they're just better ways to isolate. They just isolate more and more. The different handles just isolate more and more. You can do an entire arm wrestling training circuit and become a beast with a towel and the handles you find at a gym. The little handles attached like a pulley system. You can become a beast with just that. That's all you really need. Something that rolls, so you could do flexion. And you honestly, you could do it with just barbells and dumbbells. You can just roll those out in your like so a martial arts belt to help you hit like pronation and rising and things like that. Yeah, that's like it. Everything else just gets more specific. Now, do they help? Yeah. Like the next coolest handle I use religiously would be a cone handle. The original Mazurenko cone handle. I use that all the time. Still, mine's like kind of falling apart because it isolates bottom two fingers and top two fingers when I do my cupping. But like, it's just more isolation. It's just targets little things more and more. But you don't need it. You don't have to have it at all. Put some heavy weight in your fingers and in your hand, and then just get your body strong as far as in the gym, and then condition your elbows and learn how to arm wrestle. You know, that's it. So no, you don't need all those. But on that topic, Wrist Ball, is that the company? Wrist Ball is sending me a Wrist Max. I said that right? The Wrist Max. I told them I'll be doing a review when I get it. They look cool, and they're big, and so my hand usually doesn't fit on a lot of those things. The one that targets the fingers, you know, the big red one with the strap on it on the back. They're sending me one, and so I'm gonna do a review of that pretty soon because I really want to try it, just the way it looks. I think it might feel kind of cool in my hand. So, yeah. There we go. Do you think Devin risks losing endurance by gaining so much weight so fast? Losing some endurance, yes. Losing more endurance than Levon has, no. Devin could be 300 pounds and still run miles around Levon and Michael Todd and all them, right? So, no. That's a huge goal. Do you think Schoolboy, you versus Schoolboy would be an interesting match, or? I would hope that it wouldn't be interesting. I would hope that I would just crush him, you know? So, Captain Winky. Think heavy resistance bands can improve your arm wrestling strength, your strength in arm wrestling. Yes, heavy resistance bands can help, guys. They're just hard to measure. And the pressure kind of can get a little weird, right? But yes, they can definitely help. Right? It's just the pressure here is at a different level than the pressure here, and the pressure here is a little different, right? So it's kind of building inconsistent strength a little bit, unless you're just doing static holds or negative. So they get a little weird, but yes, they can definitely help for sure. I like things that are measurable, things like that are measurable and I can write down and track. Very isolated, measurable lifts. That's what I like. Do you look like a 300% scale version of TJ Detweiler from the show Recess? I've got that before with the backwards hat. I mean, he was legit. He was legit. I can't hate on that. Tom B. Stone. Derek, top 5 arm wrestlers today. Levon. According to what we saw, I'm going to I'm gonna put aside my opinion I just shared of I don't think that was the normal Michael, and we'll assume it is. We'll just go by what we actually saw on the table. By what we saw on the table. Levon. Vitaly, Devin, Michael, Gennady. In my opinion. That's my opinion. Sorry, guys, that pissed you off. That's just off the top of my head. Okay. George Blow says, do you watch anime or no? Yes, I watch anime. I'm a nerd. 12 likes in 8 minutes before Uncle John comes on. Oh, Uncle John's coming on in 8 minutes, you said, Daniel? All right, make sure you let me know when he's about to come on. Give me a 2-minute heads up, and then we'll start sending everybody over there. Ray Finkel in the chat. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. Kyle H, 1357. I don't see how people can predict a match with Levon in it. No one has seen him pull in so long. Who knows how strong he'll be? I agree. Don Draper says Devin was 283 during the match. No, I thought he was 293, right? What body weight would you want to see Devin pull Levon? 370-pound Devin. Is Devin now the GOAT? Will he beat Levon? Devin is not the GOAT. John Brzenk is the GOAT and will forever be the GOAT. The only reason I say he'll forever be the GOAT is because as the sport gets bigger, it's going to be harder and harder and more impossible for anybody to achieve what John Brzenk achieved. The sport's going to get so big and there'll be so many monsters coming out that for a middleweight guy to go on a tear and just beat everybody on the earth for like 30 years, that won't happen again. So I don't think that can ever be recreated. So statistics-wise, John will be the GOAT and he'll forever be the GOAT. There'll be some amazing pullers, right? But not the GOAT. So, like, I would say, like, John Brzenk is your Michael Jordan. Devin is like a Kobe, LeBron, one of the guys, like, trying to chip away at it. But I can't see it ever passing John. Yeah. And I think most people would agree with that. Devin, Vitaly, Mike, Gennady. Derek, thoughts on Vitaly's dynamometer measurement for back pressure? I didn't see it. Vitaly over Devin. I don't know about that. I'm just picturing the match. When I made that decision of Vitaly over Devin in my head, the few times they've gripped up, and I know Devin is stronger now. He would really have to get some angles tight. Vitaly has so much back.